Welcome back, everybody, to another spooky October month. Every October I like to do what I call Danny Phantom Month, where I make a few videos dedicated to probably my favorite cartoon show, Danny Phantom. This year is very exciting as we have some news pertaining to brand new Danny Phantom content coming out very soon. So a few weeks ago, a Danny Phantom original official graphic novel was announced and revealed, and it's going to be coming out. Did I write down when it was going to be coming out? I did not, because I'm an idiot. It's going to be coming out in 2023. We did hear a mention of this about a year ago, but literally all the information I could find at the time was just that Butch Hartman had tweeted Danny Phantom graphic novel coming out. That was it. But now we have a full official release date. You could pre-order it. I'll put a link in the description. I've already pre-ordered a copy. Obviously, I'm going to do a big video about it when it comes out. It's called Danny Phantom: A Glitch in Time, which I think is a fun title because it is extremely similar to the Kim Possible TV movie A Sitch in Time. Surely just a coincidence. It's being written and I guess drawn by Gabriella Epstein, who I'm not really familiar with. She's done some other like kids-focused graphic novels and that kind of thing. So I'm excited to see what she brings to the table. And apparently it's going to be about Dark Danny, the evil future version of Danny that was one of the only plot threads that left unanswered in the original run of the show. Apparently it's going to pick up right where the show ended and give us some kind of storyline with the evil time-displaced dark future Danny, which is awesome. The show got canceled, and they did get a finale episode that wrapped up most of the stuff, but one of the biggest things from the show that never got answered was what happened to the evil Dark Danny. At the end of the two-part episode where he first appeared, we see that he's actually been taken out of time and still exists, and we don't know what happened to him. And now, finally, like 15 years later, we're gonna find out. That's super awesome. I'm mostly just excited. I wanted to do like sort of a news prediction type video. I don't really have that many predictions as to how specifically the story is going to unfold. I'm just like super excited that this is coming out and happening, and I wanted to share that with you. There's not a whole lot to go on from the cover here, but we could see Danny, Sam, and Tucker, of course, and Dark Danny heavily featured on the front cover. Very cool. On the back cover, we see both Jazz and Valerie. Cool to know that Valerie's going to be included. I really hope we get to see more of her because she's my favorite character, and I think she's great. Kind of hard to judge a book from its cover, and a book that is not out yet, but I like the cover art. I think it's fun and cool. It definitely has that Danny Phantom style, but it also has kind of its own flair to it. I think all the poses are really dynamic. It feels like it's a fresh take on the characters while still being like recognizably the Danny Phantom characters. Like unmistakably, that's them. I'm excited to see what a new creator will bring to the franchise. I think it's been long enough that to have a new voice and new people involved in creating brand new official Nickelodeon related Danny Phantom content is really cool. I'm excited to see where these new creators take these characters. One last thing that I noticed, Tucker is holding what looks like a very modern looking phone, which I think is really interesting. This could suggest that the characters are a bit older, or at least are around in the modern-ish era, having modern-looking smartphones as opposed to Tucker's usual PDA, which was thought of as advanced for the time, but obviously now is very dated, although very iconic Danny Phantom imagery, Tucker with his PDA. So it's interesting that we're playing with that a little bit. I'm wondering what the implications of that are. One, are the characters older? Two, is this just kind of a sliding timeline, like ageless sort of thing? The characters are just existing in now, the modern day, and that's why there's a phone? Or, potential further option, this is some type of future device designed by Tucker, as he's obviously the very tech-heavy one. Maybe this is something specific that he's designed. A lot of thoughts on Tucker has a cell phone, but I find it interesting. So predictions and speculations. I think we'll probably end up seeing Clockwork again, since this does feature Dark Danny and it's called A Glitch in Time. I assume there's going to be some kind of time travel shenanigans. Clockwork being involved, I think, is a fair guess. I think we might also see the observers, the eyeball guys who are basically just the watchers from Marvel. I think they're kind of fun. I think there's a good chance they'll show up as well, as they were connected to that first plotline with Dark Danny. I kind of hope we get a bit of a time jump, or at least that we see that the characters have like aged a little bit. At minimum, I think it would be cool if they were 15 at least, because they do seem to be about the same age. I mean, the art style is slightly different, so I don't know, you could argue that they look slightly taller and maybe they're older, but I think that's hard to judge from this single image that we have. But I would like to see the characters aged up at least a little bit to make the franchise feel like it's actually kind of moving in a direction would be cool, especially since it's been so long since we've seen these characters. It'd be nice to know that like they have aged a little bit. It would make it feel like the characters have grown, you know, like not just physically, but emotionally, character growth, that kind of thing. So we know that Valerie is probably going to be in it, so she's on the cover. I kind of hope we see some like petty love triangle stuff. I'm guessing that it'll be kind of like a Michael Schur show where like Danny and Sam are just together and they're just more or less functional couple and they're cute or whatever, and that's fine. Danny and Sam are fine. I'm a Valerie stan, if you can't tell, so I kind of want there to be some kind of like tension with her. This is also post Danny revealing his secret, assuming it takes place post the final episode of the series. So I'm really curious to see how Valerie's relationship with Danny changes now that she knows his secret. They could have milked the whole season out of that storyline if the show had kept going, of like her finding out and then like her being conflicted about if she still wants to be his enemy, or he lied to her for so many years. There's just stuff there that I would like to explore. Also, we're doing time travel stuff. I think it might be fun to see a potential alternate future where Danny and Valerie get together. Even if we get a glimpse of that, I think that would be really fun. I'm a Valerie stan. Sue me. Even if it's just like a brief moment, I think that'd be fun and cool. In either way, I'm just excited to see Valerie and hope that we get to see more of her. I hope that we get to see Danielle. She's a really fun character and she was introduced very late into the series and we didn't get a whole lot with her, and I think there's a lot of interesting things you could explore with that character. That could be a whole thing with Dark Danny. Maybe he's trying to recruit her. Maybe we see a potential future of Dark Danielle. I think there's all kinds of storyline you could do with that character, and I'd like to see more of her. I think that would be fun. That's basically it. Just a few predictions and things that I would like to see. Mostly I'm just super excited that we're getting a Danny Phantom graphic novel, kind of in the same vein as like the Avatar comics that like continued that story a little bit. It's cool that we're getting anything at all, but like the fact that it's a graphic novel, which is like perfect for Danny Phantom's art style and a way to continue the story without like having to spend a lot of money on animation. And we're getting an answer to one of the like lingering questions about the series that was never wrapped up. What happened to Dark Danny? So we're getting that. I think that's just super great. Once again, link in the prescription if you want to pre-order the comic. I recommend you check it out if you're a fan of the series. And if you want more Danny Phantom content in the future, there is no better way to do that than to pre-order this graphic novel. This is the perfect way to send a message to Nickelodeon that yes, people care about this franchise, and yes, we want to see more of it. If it does well, hopefully it'll lead to more graphic novels. There's even the potential that it does well enough that Nickelodeon considers reviving the series in some way or giving us like a TV movie or something. We've seen this happen to other series. Hey Arnold got a movie recently. There's all kinds of stuff that could happen. Never say never. The point is, if you like Danny Phantom, you want to support this series, you want to see more of it, this is the way to do it. It is to vote with your wallet and to give Nickelodeon some money for the Danny Phantom graphic novel. What do you think? Are you excited for this graphic novel? Do you have any predictions? Is there any characters you want to see again? Leave a comment, let me know. But that's about everything for today, so we're going to bring this video to a close. Thank you, as always, for watching, and once again, if you want to pre-order Danny Phantom: A Glitch in Time, link can be found in the prescription below. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and hit the bell for notifications. That'll actually tell you when I upload videos. We recently hit 500 subscribers on this channel, which is super awesome. Thank you so much for all your support. This has really just been a passion project for me, so it really means a lot to me that many people have decided to stick around. So thank you again. I'm probably going to do, I think, one more Danny Phantom video this month. You can also check back on previous Danny Phantom months on my channel. I have a whole bunch of Danny Phantom related content from previous years. So check that out if you're interested in more Danny Phantom stuff. Also, I've been reviewing every episode of She-Hulk as it's been coming out. We got one more episode of that coming out later this week, so stick around and check that video out. I also want to plug my cousin Josh's channel. He recently did a video on Primal, the Genndy Tartakovsky animated series that is really awesome, and I think you should check that out, both the series and his video. Excellent quality all around. That is everything. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.